Their record-breaking 1981 American tour have been made into a movie, and here in New York last night, the Rolling Stones talked with our own Steve Fox.
The Rolling Stones have been together for more than 2 decades. And yes, it's true, Mick Jagger is 40 years old. And the band is still playing some of the same songs that many of us grew up listening to, like Honky Tonk Women and Satisfaction. But so what? It sounded good when the television program Shindig put it on the air back in 1965. And it still brought cheers from sold-out crowds during the Rolling Stones' record-breaking tour of 50 American cities in 1981, when 2 million people saw them perform live. Last night, the Stones flew in from Paris, where they're currently recording their next album, to attend what amounted to a private screening of the film Let's Spend the Night Together, which was shot at 3 concerts during the tour. As usual, the press gathered in hopes of gleaning pearls of wisdom or insight, or even just a couple of cheap jokes, and the Stones patiently submitted to a few minutes of questioning for the sake of promoting the movie.
It's not a handheld sort of rock and roll movie. It's a pretty smooth, well edited, if you want, glossy approach rather than the sort of the previous approach, like Give Me Shelter, which is a very different kind of film. I mean, it's much more produced, glossy Hollywood film than previous. It's a Hollywood film.
It's a Hollywood film.
That's why they're all in.
Yeah, it's a very good time. It's a very up film.
Director Hal Ashby used 20 different cameras to shoot one of the concerts in the film, which is essentially a straightforward attempt to capture the feeling of a live Rolling Stones performance. Many people were unable to see the Stones during that tour, since it was so. The 81 tour was the most profitable series of performances ever in the history of rock and roll. And this movie will no doubt add more profits to that total. So perhaps it's no surprise that Mick Jagger said last night that he could imagine spending another 20 years as the leader of what has come to be called the...
Well, I was a little